So, have you missed me? Since this is the first video back, I thought I'd do something a little bit different. There was this show that came out about 8 years ago online called Pioneer 1. And if you're like me and you like science fiction, you'll love this show. And you're probably wondering why I'm talking about it. Well, it's because I talked to one of the producers of the show, and he said it would be okay if I showed you guys part of an episode. So that's what I'm doing here. Part of episode 1. And if you like it, I will link to their YouTube channel where you can watch the rest down below. And, go show them some love, tell them who sent you, and share their stuff around if you like it. And maybe they're still trying to make more. So maybe if you can help, maybe they'll be able to make more. Because I would absolutely love that. Enjoy.
There are events that become pivot points in history. We usually mark the past by the wars we fight, where you hear people talk about things before the war and the world after the war. The after the war world is born out of human struggle and cruelty. Sometimes there are events born out of human ingenuity and courage, like discovering fire, or inventing the internet, or walking on the moon. Sometimes it's a little of both. We had no idea what was going to happen and what we were going to do about it, and we had no idea the price we'd pay. There was no plan. There were no lofty thoughts about changing the world. We just did what we thought was right at the time. And I would do it all again, even knowing the consequences.
So what does she expect you to do?
Tell you what she expects me to do. She expects me to get another job, that's what. Doing what? I don't know. It's like somehow it's my fault the economy's in the toilet.
What are you gonna do?
What can you do? Hey, what's that over there?
What? Oh wow. Meteor.
That must be. Look how it's breaking up like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry to wake those of you who are sleeping, but if you look out the right side of the plane, you're guaranteed a truly spectacular little sight that you'll probably never get to see again that's close.
If I couldn't jump the guy, of course I would choose me.
Choose you to get saved?
Choose me to get shot.
Really?
Yes. I don't even know what we're talking about right now.
Look at that. What is that?
I don't know.
So pretty. Make a wish.
Yeah, this is Taylor.
Do you ever sleep?
No fatalities. Some debris came down in and around station, but it didn't hit anything with people.
An airliner?
That's what we think now, but we're trying to confirm that with eyewitnesses.
Have you checked with airports for
Yeah,
any
we're
overdue
checking.
flights?
Nothing yet.
Why would someone blow up an airliner over Montana?
Why does anyone ever blow up an airliner?
Yeah. Are Vernon and the new guy in yet?
They're waiting for you in your office.
What's his name again? I know you told me.
DeLeo.
DeLeo.
There's something else, though, that might turn this into a whole other thing. I just got a call saying that hospitals in the area are reporting multiple patients coming in with symptoms consistent with radiation sickness.
A dirty bomb?
We haven't confirmed that yet.
But that's what it looks like?
Nobody really knows what that looks like.
I might find out tonight. Get the mayor of Station on the phone. Tell him there's a quarantine in effect for Station Township and everything within a 10-mile radius. Coordinate with local authorities.
We shouldn't wait for confirmation?
Do you really feel like taking chances with radiation? But get some feet on the ground to confirm that.
but I need you to confirm that.
Sir, there are 2 positive cases of radiation sickness from 2 separate hospitals.
How do you
I
spell
just ordered
that?
a quarantine for Station Township and everything within a 10-mile radius.
One of the cases is from a hospital 30 miles north of the station.
I'm gonna need a copy of that fax to this office before I can do... Thank you. Sir, a major piece of debris, a piece of a plane's fuselage maybe, crash landed in a wooded area outside of Edmonton in Canada. We're getting a formal request from assistance from your counterpart at the RCMP faxed here right now.
Good, we're not passing this one off to the Mounties.
I've got the governor and the mayor of station waiting to speak with you on lines 2 and 4.
Vernon, you're going to stay in touch with those hospitals and the station PD. Give them anything they need. Send me updates every half an hour. I need you to send me a copy of that fax as soon as you get it in your hands to my phone. Can you handle that?
Yes, sir.
Call down to the airfield for a car. Agent Larson and I are leaving for Edmonton in 15 minutes. Make it happen.
I told you his name was DeLeo.
Yeah, I know. I only have so much room at this particular moment, so...
You good?
Yeah. You?
Yeah. Why are we going to Edmonton?
Because I'm not going to be the next news media punchline that screwed the pooch on a terrorism case. Stay out in front of this thing and show the country that we're actually good for something. How's that sound to you?
No argument here.
Good, let's do this right.
Yes, sir. Lines 2 and 4.
Thank you, Sophie. Mr. Mayor, this is Tom Taylor. We just don't know that yet, sir. And what we do know just isn't adding up to my satisfaction. Just need a little more time to sort... Yes, sir. That's why we're here. Well, I appreciate that, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. You'll know as soon as I do. Thank you.
Tom?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I've got the deputy secretary pressuring me to announce that we've captured a terrorist. He says it would be politically expedient to do it now before a whole debate on the definition of what constitutes an act of terror starts in the media. And I'm trying to tell him in so many words that I don't want to start counting my chickens. What?
He's here.
He started yelling at us, I think in Russian, when we got the hatch open. Once we identified ourselves, he shut up, and that's when we noticed he had a pistol in his right hand. He couldn't raise it enough to point it at us, though. I don't know if he would have shot at us, or if he was just scared.
Does that kid look like a terrorist to you?
I don't know what he looks like.
He's stable now. He was extremely dehydrated, malnourished, and I'm running every test that I can think of.
He'll live?
He's got a good shot. The fact that he's survived all this time under the conditions that he's been living gives me hope that he's got a chance. But he's going to need, I don't know, could be years of rehabilitation.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Frankly, no, I haven't. The only cases that come close that I know of is severe child abuse, where a child is held hostage in a room or a basement and neglected. It's like he's been living in a cave his whole life.
Can he talk?
He's sleeping now. He's in shock. I can't guarantee he'll make any sense when he wakes up.
Let me know as soon as he does.
Will do.
You said he was yelling something when you found him. Do you remember what he was saying?
Not really. It was something in Russian, I think.
She speaks about 47 languages.
Whatever you remember.
Something like, Identiforo something. Na korozh vystoronia. na koroźvaj storonie.
Identifizcerować siebie, could that have been the first part?
Yes, I think so. I think that was it.
Identify yourself.
What about the rest?
Which side are you?
You said he kept repeating that?
Yes, sir.
Which side are you?
Which side of what?
That's what I heard.
What does that mean? Are you sure you're translating that right?
47 languages?
He was wearing this when we found him.
Is it a spacesuit?
May I?
It's clear.
Look. Maybe they just haven't sprung for new patches.
Does that kid look like he was even born when there was a Soviet Union?
Sirs?
That's no airliner.
No, it's not.
We found these in the capsule.
Those look like rocks.
They are rocks.
And we found this. I guess it's also Russian.
What is it?
I'm not sure. It looks like a page from some kind of flight manual.
There's something handwritten on the back.
What?
That's the most ridiculous story I've ever heard.
Yes, sir, we're investigating all the possibilities.
It sounds more like someone got their hands on some old Soviet hardware and are using it to perpetrate an attack on the United States.
An attack on Montana, sir?
Maybe it went wrong, I don't know. All I know is I have sick people in hospitals and a potential public relations nightmare. We have to show we have a handle on the situation. I don't need to remind you that our record on these things hasn't been exemplary of late.
With all due respect, sir, I'm not convinced we're dealing with terrorism. All we have is a sick kid, possibly a Russian national. I don't think treating him like a criminal is the best
He had
thing
no
for him.
identification and piloted a craft-spreading radiation over American cities. First thing he does is pull a gun on the people who are rescuing him. Have I got that much right?
Yes, sir. All those things are true.
Then he's a criminal, until we have firm evidence to the contrary. Whatever the case, I want you to take the suspect to an American base immediately, and we'll...
I don't think that's
sort
the best
everything
course
out
of
there.
action at this time, sir. I'd like more time to investigate before we jump to any conclusions.
I'm not making suggestions, Mr. Taylor. I want you to move him as soon as you can.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. We'll be in touch throughout the day.
Yeah?
We recovered another piece of the capsule outside Calgary. There was a nuclear battery on board. Looks like that was the source of the radiation. It's in an unpopulated area, so there's that bit of good news.
Yeah.
What?
We're leaving.
They didn't believe it either?
I don't blame them. It's crazy.
It's also the only thing that makes any kind of sense.
Sophie, it makes no kind of sense.
What do you think? Some Al-Qaeda nut job makes a play for an old Soviet space capsule instead of a nuclear bomb, somehow manages to launch it from a cave in Tora Bora on a mission to scare the bejesus out of Montana. Where's the sense in that?
It spread radiation over hundreds of miles.
It just seems like a roundabout way to spread terror if terror's your goal.
I know. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else there is to do.
Well, nothing besides get some sleep.
I don't have time for that, and neither do you.
We have a sick kid in a hospital bed. He's not a terrorist.
He's not a Martian either.
Well, maybe not.
What's that?
It's a letter from the RCMP allowing us to operate in Canadian territory. DeLeo sent it over.
I asked for this like 12 hours ago.
Said he had trouble converting it to a PDF or something. I don't
It's
know.
supposed to be America's first line of defense.
The best and the brightest.
Which one are you? I've always been the best, but never the brightest.
Well, I've always been the brightest, never quite the best.
You know, if this whole serving and protecting thing doesn't work out, I think we have a sitcom in our future.
I'll make the arrangements.
Thank you. This is Taylor.
Mr. Taylor, this is Dr. Bertram. I was the physician when...
Yeah, I know who you are. How's he doing?
I've just gotten the preliminary blood work back, and he has cancer.
Say that again?
I'm no oncologist, but his body's riddled with it. I've called in an expert.
Slow down, Doctor. Get him ready to be moved. He's coming back with us to the States.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I didn't ask your opinion, and besides that, the decision's already been made. We've been granted authority to operate in this jurisdiction, and whether you like it or not, you answer to me. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Anything else I should know?
He's developed a respiratory infection. He's not responding to treatment. If you put him on a plane, you could kill him.
And this is your professional opinion?
What other opinion would it be?
I'm sorry. He's coming back with us. He'll receive treatment in the States. Get ready to move him.
Yes, sir.